Hey guys, so for those who don't know, there was a special that aired on TV in Japan on December 25th about Akira Toriyama. In this special, they spoke with two people who knew him very closely to get a better insight into who he was. As some of you may know, mangaka or manga authors in Japan tend to live very quiet lives. They don't do many public appearances, and there's not much that's known about them personally. So, this is kind of an interesting insight into who he was as a person. This aired during the news, and like I said, it's about 10 minutes long. I'm not sure how much I can show from it with the audio, but I'm going to try to show you guys a few of the clips with some subtitles I made for them to translate them for you. Otherwise, I'll kind of give you a recap on what happened. First, we're treated with a very rare interview clip here. They're asking about, this would have been in 1984. They're asking about 4 years running of Dr. Slump, and it's been a huge hit, and how he feels about that. His response is quite humorous. He says that it's gone on far too long, he feels, but then they talk about here that since 1980, when it premiered, it sold over 30 million copies of the manga.
大きなメガネがトレードマークの少女型アンドロイドあられちゃんも大人気社会現象にもなりました。最初はメガネも履くのめんどくさいですからすぐ止まってしまおうと思ったらそしたら知らないうちにトレードマークみたいになっちゃいましてよかったなと。鳥山さんの才能を見出し二人三脚で作品を作ってきた鳥島さん、ドクタースランプにキャラクターとして登場しています。鳥山さんが教えてくれたのは鳥山さんの意外な一面です。
彼の漫画の特徴ってのは漫画が好きで漫画を描き始めたんじゃなくて生活費を稼ぐために漫画を描き始めたんで漫画のことをよく知らないんですよ。で知ろうともしなかった。だから一時期よく言ってたのは好きな言葉って楽って言ってたね。楽しむ楽ちん。
一方で鳥山さんは作品作りには強いこだわりを持っていたといいます。
好奇心があっていたずら好きで負けず嫌いでもやっぱり頑固でね、子供がそのまま大人になって漫画家になってる。だから面白いと思ったらすぐやる。どうやったら読者を楽しませるかっていうことをいつも考えて漫画を作ってたんで。
In this next segment here, we're taken to Toriyama's home prefecture of Aichi. There is a lot of his influence that can be seen around the area. First off, in his actual hometown of Kiyosu City, he drew the illustration for the upcoming 20th anniversary of the town, of the city. Sounds strange because it's only 20 years and he was, around 60 years old. That's because the city had a big merger in 2005, so therefore 2025 will be the official 20th anniversary of the new Kiyosu City, and he drew the illustration you can see here on the bus for that. Next, at the very famous here, we have Higashiyama Zoo and Botanical Gardens. It's in Nagoya, and in 1984, the koala came to Japan for the first time. The actual animal came to Japan for the first time. And Toriyama, he loved animals. He was asked to design an emblem for the koala exhibit, which you can see here. Then at the Kiyosu City Public Library, they have over 130 books of the 6 works by Toriyama. They interviewed the librarian here who says that his books are so popular that they can't even fill the shelves. As you can see here, there's only a few of Dragon Ball and only a few of Dr. Slump, so that their shelves are generally empty because people are always borrowing the books of his books. And it's generally elementary school children all the way to adults, so various ages, various different types of people. Finally, they take us to a restaurant in Nagoya that Toriyama would frequently visit. He was friends with the owner, and they had a chance to speak with him to learn more about not him as a professional, but more as like who he was as a person.
名古屋市でレストランを営む永田達義さんです。鳥山さんが食事を訪れたのをきっかけに40年前に交流が始まったといいます。
お茶目で、
まあ会話してても楽しい人だと思いますよ。ダジャレとかね、そういうところでというのかな、人情味があるっていうか、心の優しい人になるんじゃないかなとは思ってます。
As the interview goes on, he shows off some things. First off, of course, are some autographed original artwork that he received over the years. He then talks about something else that's really personal, and it's plastic models. This apparently was Toriyama's hobby, for those who don't know. And he has some in his shop that Toriyama and he did together. And he goes on to say how he would spend a few hours deep into the night, like late at night, he would spend working on these things. They would talk over the phone and he'd ask him, hey, are you working on any? And he'd say, yep, I'm awake. I'm working on them. There were contests, like actual competitions for these, making the plastic model kits, put them together and then painting them and all that stuff. He entered the first one and got like an honorable mention. As you can see here, this is the first piece in 1984. In 1985, he entered again and got the bronze prize. And then 1986, he entered and won the top prize.
漫画は世界を変えられないけど、漫画を読んでる間、読んでる人たちの気持ちは変えられる。だから読んでる間楽しんでねって。読み終わったらまた元気で遊びに行ってねって。
鳥山さんは今後どういうヒーロー？僕はもう自分が単純ですから、とにかくひたすら明るい走り回るようなヒーローがいいと思うんですけど。